Today, this week I've been thinking about what's kind of holding me back from doing more with this channel. And I've been on Alexa's school channel website with all the other creators and everything, and having some really good conversations. And pretty much the thing that's holding me back is my own fear of going big, not knowing how to do things. And I left my water. I don't think I need it right now. I can use that later. Anyways, so really the only thing that's holding me is myself. Doing what I need to do, because when you're starting a new channel, sometimes it can be really, really daunting. And it's just a lot you need to learn, especially if you're an absolute newbie like me, who've never learned how to edit, never learned how to do live streams, never learned how to cut and paste, download, any of this stuff. It can be a lot to learn. So if you're getting started or thinking of getting started on your own channel, just do it. Even if it's crappy the first 50 times, it will be, unless you've actually have some experience with this type of stuff. Just do it. Hello, hola, how's everybody going this morning? Gaming, oh my gosh, got all the people coming in. Ezekiel Ferris, hello, how you doing? RK Gaming, how you doing this morning? Hammond, how you doing? How's everybody doing this morning? Today I'm going to draw a flower pot, because this last couple live streams I was doing a temple, and that thing took like a month and a half to finish. So it's time to do something simple. So we're going to draw a pot, and we're just talking about what's holding you back on getting started on whatever you're thinking of doing, of being a YouTuber or anything else type of things. Because today is my birthday, and it has been 1 year since I started my channel. You can't draw. Hey, 5 months ago, my best drawing was a stick figure. And that one you can even tell it was human. I think I remember in arts class I used to cry a lot because I couldn't do it. It just takes some time and effort and figure out what works. And hey, there's people that can't draw worth shit and they make a lot of money. So I'm just gonna kind of block this out right here. I'm gonna do me a rose bush in a pot. Thank you. A bunny. Actually, I have a bunny. I was gonna do it this next time because I actually have a bunny at home, and I have BB the bunny, and I was gonna actually go and draw her. You want me to do the bunny instead of the rose bush? I can do a bunny. I guess I can do it. Let's do it this direction then, instead of the rose bush. And I'll do BB. She looks possessed because she's got her. I've been trying to learn how to do them with, because she's like full on black. So it's kind of hard to get the texture in her. So we can just kind of do cartoon style and just have fun with it, I guess. But first off, we're going to want to kind of mark out how big we want to do. I want her back end about here. And I want her front end. Oh, God, I got a tape all over me. Front end over here. So I can kind of have an idea. And so I want her head up off the ground. She's a big old fat bunny. And then she's got a big old dole up. So I'm going to have her head here because I got to have her room for her ears. And so I'm just kind of do a quick little markup. It's hard to see right now, but I'll get a heavier, lighter. My words are not wording. All right, let's get some more coffee first. Engage them brain cells. But first off, we're going to just kind of do her head. Her head's kind of sideways, so we'll just start with a circle to make it a simple thing. And then she got her nose is down here a little bit, so we're just kind of going to do a loose type of scribble first. You don't have to be perfect, I wish I had this zoomed in some so I can see, because with her being all freaking black, it's hard to get the shape and seeing where her nose is, because it's really hard to see her nose. Most rabbits' nose are just kind of a V shape. She does have a lot of brown coloring, so it's a little bit easier kind of see where the shape of her head is. And her name is Bee or Blackberry. And we're gonna have one ear coming up over here and over here. And then have the side coming to this up here. Actually, her ears are not that big. She's got tiny ears compared to her head. Where's the other? I had a better eraser. That one is kind of crappy. Yeah, well, that's fine. Let's get her other ear over on this side. It's kind of just going over to the direction over here. Might be a little bit too big. It's kind of at an angle. Yeah, that's too big. But actually, it looks like it's longer than the other. Actually, here. Yeah, just kind of be sketchy. Got to be sketchy about it. Her name's Bon Bon. What type of dog is she? I used to have a dog. His name was Monk, because when I found him in the pound, his name was UNK for unknown, and I'm like Unk, Monk, Spunk, and Punk, and Monk kind of stuck, so he was my Zen-like little monster, and he was a part corgi, part beagle, French bulldog. Oh, those are so cute. Is he a driller or a snorter? Because I know some of them have like nose issues. Right now I have 2 cats and a rabbit. I lost one of my other feral cats about 2 weeks ago. Scotty, he looked like, actually I have a picture of him. I actually did a memorial picture of him. This was Scotty. And he was I call him Scotty because he was a Scottish fold. He was a street cat. He was probably about 9 or 10 years old, and he had been around the block a lot. And he just kind of, I don't know if he ate something that was kind of poisonous or what, but my first attempt at drawing some of these cats, they looked like an alien. So, like I said, I started drawing about in December, and it was really awful. So, and I'm a bus driver now, and so I have like a couple of hours off every day. And so I've just been drawing for like an hour almost every day, and you'd be amazed at how much you can progress. So what do you do? What do you do, Pa? Do you do anything exciting for your life or job, or you retired or anything? You got a YouTube channel that's interesting or anything? Aw, Simon's just a baby. You know, so cute. Yeah, I love animals. Once my rabbit passes away, I might get me a dog, but she is so destructive. I'm gonna have to. And where the heck did my picture just go? Just had a picture. Oh, here she is. The rabbits are not an easy first animal to get. They are extremely, extremely destructive. Oh, you do tennis? Ooh, do you teach it, or you do it professionally? That's awesome. I tried doing tennis and I kept smacking people in the face, and so they told me to leave. It's same with my when I was doing basketball. I kept tackling people. I was a big girl because I could never catch them, so I just said screw it, and I'd like tackle them. And they're like, please stop tackling the other people. It's not nice. Oh. But I had some questions I was going to do for this channel. Is basically is the what's holding you back if you're doing mom's account, and my name is Natalie. Hey Natalie, that's good to know you. So are you in high school and stuff, and you're just learning tennis and stuff? That is a lot to learn. I'm gonna get my bunny. Here I am just sitting and chatting and completely. She's got a little bit of, it's hard to tell with her black, but part of her body, she's a big old fat girl. I feed her. I call her my zombie apocalypse bunny. Cause like she's extremely big. And so if there's a zombie apocalypse, she's my last meal. She's a loaf in this one with a little bit of a foot right here. She's got a big old doolop. Oh, you're in 4th grade. Cool. Cool. Sweet. I'm a bus driver, so I actually do I haul kids all over the place from kindergarten all up to 12th grade. So that is awesome that you're doing tennis and everything, enjoying it. Are you doing that over the summer? That is cool. Well, just for your safety, since you are in 4th grade, just remember, don't give a whole lot of information over the internet because there are some crazy freaking people out there. But cool to see. Is that your favorite sport? What made you get into tennis? I am really not that athletic. As you can probably see by my belly down here. I got a couple pounds on me. I'm trying to get there, but yeah. I am not that really athletic, but yeah. So do you like to draw? Was it saying you were just learning how to draw and you were not that good at it? As you can see on this thing, I'm just kind of making a lot of lines and not really worrying about what I am actually doing and how, I'm going to go over this with a pen anyway, so I'm just working on the shape. Start with circles. Big old, this looks like a freaking bean. I don't know. But, that's okay. Art taught me how to play. Your art taught you how to play tennis. Yeah, it's going to be a rabbit when I get done with it. It's a bunny. This is my bunny BB, Miss Blackberry. Can't really see her tail. She's got a little tail here, but she's kind of seated on the side. So I might just add it in because it's a rabbit. Why not? And then she's got it kind of comes up a little bit here. It's kind of hard to see. And then she's got her foot is actually kind of sprayed out a little bit. Then she's got pretty much her little loaf body over it. She's not really long haired, so she don't have a whole lot of. Thank you. Like I said, it's about 5 months of, and this is kind of a simple. I find the rounder the body, the easier it is for me to do. Anything that's more straight figures and stuff like that, I have a harder time with. I've been trying to work with buildings and stuff to kind of improve my squares and the other type of things. I enjoy doing the Zentangle. Where is it? No, that one's the one. I enjoy doing kind of the abstract type of Zentangle that is just a lot of busy work. It's kind of like some of the stuff you see like in the in some of those art books. But I like to draw them freehand type of thing. And they're just very pleasing to do, and they look really cool when you're done. And then this is me trying to learn how to do cats and rabbits. And got me Butters over here in the corner. That's one of my cats up here. He's a loaf as well. And this one has a cat and a rabbit. I need to learn how to do dogs. And then some buildings. Some abstract looking buildings and some more Zentangle. These are always really nice to do. And then chamois. And then this was my Cheshire cat I did for St. Patty's Day. He stole the leprechaun's gold. I did that in pastels. That was the first time me trying pastels. Thank you, Victoria. Veronica, sorry, I can't read. It's all so small. This is the one I just finished. And it actually, I just did some flowers. So I wanted to work on flowers. And this is actually a Thanksgiving point, which is kind of a tourist trap. But I was trying to do stippling, which is, I don't know if you can see that. I'll get that really close. It's all dots. And that just takes for freaking ever. But it looks really cool, kind of, because the picture I had, the background was really fuzzed out, and so I wanted to do the fuzziness of it, and so I tried stippling on that. I'm gonna do another one, and then here's my creepy red leprechaun. I did this for St. Patrick's Day. This is actually a short. It's a kind of a horror short. It's called Unlucky Charms. The original guy was green, of course, by Chris E.T. And the short on it is really, really, really cute, and it's creepy as F. So if you ever want to go check that, just type in Unlucky Charms into YouTube. After you watch all my video first. No, I'm just kidding. And then some more Zentangle. I like Zentangle. And trying to learn how to do humans. This kind of turned out to be a monkey. And then different types of muscle shapes. And like I said, 5 months ago, I was doing stick figures. And this was all freehand. Here's another bunny. It was all freehand, just starting with the nose and working your way out. So, because I didn't know if I could do it. And so I just... He's hunchback, yeah, he's cute. And then also practicing some calligraphy. That's a poem. The nightingale and the thorn, a long thorn stood bare and grim. Its branches, I can't even read my own handwriting. Its branches stripped by fate's cold whim. Upon its peak a bird did cry, a nightingale beneath the sky. It sang of love lost that once had been, from whispered words now lost to the winds. It weeps for days of golden hues, now faded, fleeting, cold, untrue. With one last note, pure, so bright, it pressed its heart against the spike. A song of sorrow, love, and pain. Then silence meets the world once again. And this one's inspired by the nightingale and the rose type of thing. I was just trying to, actually I had the AI kind of think this up because I was trying to get some poems that I could do that's copyright free and that I can use for a practice for calligraphy. But I just thought it kind of looked cool. And then of course some of the other stuff that I'm working on and the bunny that I'm working on now. But you'd be surprised at how much you can learn in like 5 months if you give yourself an hour. It's like Natalie. Is it Natalie? Yeah, Natalie. That she started learning how to do tennis and stuff. And it takes like you're learning this stuff, and it takes time to get good and be able to hit those things. Yeah, it would. It'd be a good little kind of dark Halloween story. It'd be very. Oh, where's my pencil? Let's get some. The demon eye of the rabbit. Let's see. Okay, so in here, what I'm trying to do, I need to measure the eye, and it kind of looks like it's lined up with a curve towards the back of the ear, and then the eye is almost halfway. And usually rabbits' eyes are just straight up round. So we'll do that. Here's the nose, and here's the thing, and we're going to kind of arch it a little bit, and then we're going to go halfway and put a circle. And you can always adjust it as needed. That's kind of not too bad. I think he looks really mad. That's kind of a big circle. And he has some it's kind of dark around the top and around the bottom. And then it's very oval. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but the rabbit's in the hallway just destroying her box. Hold on, let's see. I'll give you a live view of Miss BB. That is Miss BB. Hey, baby. You do not look impressed, but she loves her cat chew toy. Let's see if I can put this back on without losing my spot. All right. Well, what I have learned over this last year of YouTube, because I started out with a faceless channel, and it was just hands, kind of like this. Now it's kind of still a faceless channel, but I did not know how to edit. I did not know how to talk on screen. I still don't know how to talk on screen. I didn't know how to do any of this type of stuff that I'm doing now. And just looking back at the stuff that I have done over this last year, it's amazing how much you can learn in 1 year. You don't think you're doing anything, doing good or anything at all, and then it's just like after a year, it's like, dude, I can upload. I've been able to live stream. I've been able to learn how to draw. I actually saved up enough money to quit my job in the trucking industry and become a bus driver, and it's been great. So whatever type of path, be it fourth grade, be it in your 40s, it's you can learn anything new at any age. Let's see, her ear is a little bit more rounded on here, and then it kind of thins out. As you can see, even though I have this outline, I'm still not really, I could do this in ink, with quill and ink as well. But yeah, it's okay. I might actually come in here afterward and put a little watercolor on it and like try to destroy it. And she's got a little bit of fuzzy. She got some fuzzies over here, so let's kind of sketch it in here. Don't want to have it too smooth. And she's got a little bit of fuzz here. I can actually do it, I can make her a little fart over. I can always make her body a little bigger. I can always come in here and do it kind of like a Zentangle as well. Get the body in and then maybe do some Zentangle on it. Clear eye thing, we can always come in here. I'm going to make it black because, well, I don't need to. I can make it red. Make her a demon eye rabbit, like in the picture. This kind of has a little rounded. A little bit of that, little bit of this. Yeah, she's a grumpy little rabbit. Oh, she does have a little bit of brown around here. So it almost looks like she has a face. Yeah, she does have a face. It makes her look like she has a face. And I'm just going to do this sketch style. She's got some fuzzies over here. Yeah. She would look cuter if she was like a lop or flop or something like that type of rabbit. I'll have to do a little English bulldog picture one of these days because they're so cute. Actually, the Scotty the cat, he kind of reminded me of an English bulldog. Yeah, let's get some. She's got some brown marks here. And she got a little bit of brown marks here. I'm just gonna make it a little messy. And then she got her big freaking dewlap over here. It's like a big pouch of fat that's just, every time she sits down, it just looks like a fuzzy dough ball. And she loves herself some chips. Hey Jane, how you doing? How's your Monday going? Doing anything fun this week? Well, her paw is a little bit more flat here, and then it kind of goes up. And this one's kind of hard to tell because she's on brown carpet. She got a little bit of stuff there, and like I said, she's a fat rabbit, so I want to do something with her being a black rabbit. I could just paint her with some multicolor and make her a rainbow rabbit. Because why not? Make her colorful. Hey, Jane. Oh yeah, thunder like 2 days ago knocked down my tree. It knocked down your tree, and holy cow, how big of a tree was it? Yeah, weather is no joke. I got stuck in a tornado once when I used to be a truck driver, so when I was over the road, I was in Alabama and Mobile, Alabama, and they had a night of tornadoes. They had the most tornadoes that they've had recorded up to that time. So good. You deserve more views. Yes, I do. You make sure you view and make sure you like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Or a thumbs up at the very least. But it was a night of tornadoes, and in Mobile they had 3 tornadoes that touched down, and the smallest one was an F3. And it was freaking bonkers that night. I had my truck had actually broken down the night before, and so my truck was actually in a shop. I don't know. We had this house for 4 years. Yeah, my house I live in. I've lived. This house was built by my grandpa in the '49, so it's an old one. But anyways, my when we were in Alabama, uh, luckily I ended up in a hotel room that night. But they had so much destruction on it because of those tornadoes and everything. And it was even before I actually put my truck in the shop, they had some straight winds that were like almost 90 miles an hour that had ripped out a lot of signs and everything. And at the time, I had my dog with me. And we ended up in the hotel. And that night, I just remember sitting out, me and some other people were outside, just the tornadoes were like 15 miles behind us. And we were just sitting and chatting, and all of a sudden you start seeing stop signs and roof shingles and tree limbs just fall from the sky. And we're like going, I think it's time to get back inside. It is a little bit gets it was getting nasty. And by the time the first tornado went through and people started trickling into the hotel, we had people coming in that they had their trees ripped out of their yard and ripping out all the sewer lines and gas lines. And we're sitting out. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Michael. How you doing? Michelle. Is it Michelle? Michael, I can't see. It's so tiny on my screen. I have a little screen on the side so I can kind of read the comments, and it's so tiny I always end up messing up the names. Michelle, all right. But yeah, by the time the people were coming in from their houses, they had the trees were literally like 100-year-old trees yanked out of their yard because of the tornado. And you don't mess with wind. It will mess you up. All right. He's kind of cute, but he needs something a little more. Should we do watercolor on him? I have some koi. Stay. I have some koi watercolor that I can work with, or I can just do some I have some pencils in the other room. I also have just some multicolor, I can do some like doodles and Zentangle type of things. I've got some of the paintbrush left. I need some new paintbrush ones. They're actually really cool. First off, I need to erase some of the extra doodle, not doodle, the stuff from the sketching. Bunnies are very easy and very pleasing to do. Let's do some of that. Water? You would like to see some watercolor? Okay, I need to practice more on watercolor anyways. Should I do very bright? Or should I do some more kind of more all natural type of bunny? She is a black bunny, so that would just be very boring. But I could always do some more natural tones, or should I just go like full on rainbow? Make her a rainbow? Okay, I can do some rainbows. What's your favorite color? I'll start with your favorite color. I need some water first. I'll be right back. Hold on. This could end up being really good or really, really bad. Green. Oh, green's good. My favorite is like teal blue. I love me some teal blue. I have a couple different types of, I think this is more gouache. I don't know if it's actually watercolor, but these are very sparkly. This is koi. It has some really nice brighter colors. And then I have this little traveling set from Hobby Lobby. They're a little more muted. They're pleasant and stuff, but they're a little more muted. So we'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm making a mess. Hey. Alrighty, let's see. Water, palette. Let's do a palette. Some water, paintbrush. Oh, my desk is a mess. Thank you. Is it JD? JD? Thank you for your message. I appreciate. All right, let's do a bright green. All right. Where should I start? Her face? Should I make her like the extra color or her little fluff is the green around her? Let's do a little green around her eyes. Oops. I can actually water that down a little bit. Let's water this down a little bit and do a little. Oh no! Right now you did? Oh, that sucks. That's expensive. I had my last phone actually before I went into this one. Let's see if I can get a little bit better. Whee! Okay, that's too much. Yeah, I went and cracked my phone and it was, oh. Luckily my screen is, oops, don't. There we go. Let's get his face done. Luckily my screen is, has one of those glass protectors on it so I can just pull it off. But yeah, I've ran my thing over with my truck once. I had a device running over your phones with a semi. It was actually my razor, and that thing lasted for freaking ever. I swear, it's like that thing would not die. I was kept telling myself I'm not gonna get a smartphone until I get this razor, until this razor freaking dies, and it took years. This was like way back in the day, in the like freaking 2005 or something. But yeah. Let's get some little green toesies. Yeah. Now this ink is, I think, is supposed to be water resistant, so as long as I don't get it too saturated, it shouldn't run and muddy it. And she's got some. Let's kind of do her outline where her feetsies are in green. And the thing about watercolor, if you want to start really light and then just come back with like full-on color and making it different layers. That's why I kind of like watercolor. And you don't have to be perfect with it either. Because if you need to take some up, well, I don't know what happened to my rag, you just kind of dry out your thing and it will actually pick up a lot of the watercolor. So if you screw up, you just kind of add a little extra and just pull it up. Let's get some. Let's make this a little darker right underneath where the, let's get some of the darker green. I guess I can just kind of show you what I'm doing here. Let's get some of this darker forest green as well. It's hard to see now that oh well, that's okay. Kind of do some highlighting underneath the green. Where the shadows might be. We'll have the sun coming over in this direction. And then underneath her chin, she'll probably have a little bit more darker. We'll use the greens as the highlights and the shadows in this one. And she does have some lighter areas behind, right here, behind her head. So we'll use the green as the lighter. I don't have my rag. I've been using my pants. I'll get some shadow over here as well. All right, what other colors? Alien Bunny. Yeah, he's a cutie. She looks like she's, I don't know, So it looks like she sat too much in one position and she's starting to mold. Actually, that looks cute with the green and the white, actually. That looks really cute. Since we're doing green, let's do some other colors of green and just kind of flush out the green, and then we can kind of, what's the nearest? Okay, green, yellow, and blue are usually kind of, and violet is like the opposite of it. I got my little color wheel in here. So the ones that are really pleasing towards it is the yellow, the light yellow, and green and blues, and then also what is opposite of it, which is like the reds and the oranges and stuff. So those are usually what looks really good with greens. Let's see. Let's get some sparkly. Add a little water to that. Give it a little some sparkles to go with it underneath the slightly lighter green. So we'll have that over by the dark ones. It's kind of a silver green almost. Let's get that darker, little bit of gray underneath. Let's pull this thing back a little bit because it's touching my table and it's starting to shake. All right. There we go. And then we'll get a little bit of a darker around the edges. She has a little bit dark around the edges. That might be a little bit kind of a weird contrast, but the orange is supposed to work. And do a little bit more. That's okay. Let's see, what do we have here? Is that black? No, that's blue. All right. Hey, Alex, how you doing? What color should we do next? Should we do like a blue? Some blues in there, because blue and green usually goes really good together with yellows. I'm gonna add in. Let's do some. Oh, that's really that's too much, right? Let's see. We'll just kind of give her a little. That might be too much. Let's see if we can get that to run a little bit, since we have a lot of. Let's see if we can get some extra water on there, and we can tilt it a little bit and see if we can get it to run. This. She looks like she's got a helmet, and the water. I think the thing is just. Oh, almost dipped that in my coffee. See if we can get some greens to kind of flow in there. I'm still kind of really new at all this watercoloring. It's kind of a bluish green, so let's see if we can get some of those to mix a little bit. Bring some of that up into it. Give it a little sparkle. I'm using like a couple different palettes. I think we need some highlights. Let's do some, or low light. Let's do some black or gray. Let's do another area so that can dry. Let's do a yellow green. Let's see how that looks. Back area is a little more darker. Let's add some blue on that. Ooh, that's a pretty color. All right, let's add some more water to it. Water it down. We can always come back with some other. That's. I can always come back with some other colors that needs to be darker. make sure that does not bleed into the underneath. Come on. I don't want that bleeding into the under. I want it to stay blue. I want the top to stay basketball danger kid. I like that. How you doing, basketball? Or do you just want B? How you doing, B? How do I do a live? How do I live in 10 was 10? You have to have at least 50 subscribers to do a live, unless you do like a pre-recording type of thing, like on if you have a PC, you can do it through OBS and do that, as long as you have like a third person type of thing. There's some YouTube channels out there you can just like how to do a live when you're under 50 subscribers. I would look that up. I have over 100 and I have 110 subscribers. So I can do that. Oh, but yeah, you can do that way easily. There are different things like on your phone as well. You can do apps and it will actually go through live as well. So there are ways to do it. But going straight up live just through your phone, through your channel, you're drawing? Cool. In my description, I have an email, so if you get it done, go and send me an email pic of your picture. I'd love to see that. Actually, that looks really cool with the black kind of coming in. I'll darken that up once it dries. And some more, maybe some more greenish or yellow. Let's see what would be complementary to the green on his face, and I'll do some other colors on his main body. Let's see, what do we have here? We have maybe an orangish yellow or brown. Let's do more yellow with a little bit of a green. Ooh, that looks like puke. Let's not do that one. All right. How about a little purple, purplish blue? That looks like a purplish blue puke. Okay, let's not do that one either. Let's add a little bit more orange. That looks like actually a pleasant kind of pumpkin. I need to stop playing with that. Just putting in random letters. I am not giving you my phone number. Yeah, no. Yep, no phone numbers for some random people I don't know. That is a big nope. Thank you for the interest, though. Thank you. I'm actually having fun. I'm glad you guys recommended doing a bunny. He's coming out really cute. Let's get some white in there. Lighten that up. A tiny bit more blue. Tiny bit more blue. That's not a bad color. Let's water that down a little bit more. It's kind of an in-between. Let's do a swirl. Kind of make it look like a wave. I'll do another color in between. Let's add some more green over here. And let's do some full-on yellow. Add some yellow to him and kind of a yellowish green. Oh, that had some green in it. I wanted more on yellow, not just green. I wanted yellow. Kind of a teal. Let's kind of feather him up here on the bottom. And we'll do some full-on dark blue. Same blue, actually. This is actually the same blue as that. This one's just more watered down. Give him some shadows. Just pat it. and fluff it out. See if we can kind of make some hairs. Make some fuzzies. Oops, that was a little too fuzzy. Make some. Actually, it looks kind of cool. I might do a little bit of like that on the top. And then we'll just kind of wash it together. Get a little bit lighter in the center maybe. And then, let's see. Oop. Get his body. And I'm gonna make him mostly green on top and then fading into the blues as well on the bottom because I like that green. It looks really cool. Let's add a little bit more green to this blue that I just used. And let's do it a little more, some yellows in it as well. Brighten that up to a nice grassy bright green. And since we're gonna having the sun coming in, we're gonna have it a little bit brighter on the top. And we'll see if we can just kind of do it really dark on top. We'll just put some dots in here for first. Some darker color. And then get some water on that and see if we can get it to run a little bit. See what type of shapes comes out of it. Let's get some of the sparklies in there. Got to get some sparklies. Always have to have sparklies in your green alien looking bunnies. Plus it kind of makes it look like hair. Actually, it looks like moss. Aw, thank you. He's not quite rainbow, but I'm actually kind of happy with the colors that he's doing. And the water in this thing I have in my water jar is like looking really kind of cool looking green. So one thing I like about watercolor, you think you're going to have an idea for it, and then just something completely different comes out. Let's get some blues going in here. Some dark blue. Oh yeah. And get some sparkly greenish blue. Ooh, that looks dark. Might need to water that down a little bit. So let's kind of go from the darker color and just kind of bring in some swirl. Because he's a big fat bunny. So we'll get some little blues to don't want to lose all that kind of shape and texture. I want to do a little bit of, this might destroy that, but let's see. Let's do some purples. Where's the purples? Purplish red. Ooh, that's a cool color. That's a cool color. We'll just kind of do some of the other colors just kind of here and there. I love it. And even more if it's not rainbow. Hey Veronica, how you doing? Yum. Yum. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doodling. And when I get this dry, I might do some like little Zentangles in it. Might be kind of cool. A bit more purple on this side. Let's make her tail purple, because I like purple. I'm going to add a little bit gray to that. Maybe. My rabbit just finished her food. Now she's letting me know that her bowl is empty. So if you heard that, that was her. Let's do some of that gray over here as well. That kind of looks good, the purple. Darken it up a little bit. Alrighty. Let's do a little more. I wonder what green and purple will look like. Weird. I'll see what it looks like over here. It kind of looks like a purple version of that gray. Let's do some more blue. Thank you. You have a good one. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate all the encouragement and stuff. Continue on with your tennis and have a great summer, all right? That's a little bit too watered down. Let's get some. Let's get some green going in with her so it kind of blends a little bit better. Need some more brighter colors. Let's see. Ooh, that's not bright at all. That is. Let's see. What does that look like? I'll put him down here just in case it's a little bit too. Oh, it's not bad. Still kind of like that green and blue. I think it kind of has that really nice. Oh, that got muddied a little bit with that gray. All right. Oh, that's a nice blue. Let's see if we can do a swirl again in here. Do some water. Let it spread a little bit. Probably come in with some darker colors or some grays afterward. It looks weird with just having that one orange spot, so maybe I'll do a little bit of pink and purple or something. You need some sparkle. Get some. This needs to dry a little bit more. Get them there. Beep, 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 beep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I just do kind of a shaggy outline for him since it's still kind of wet. The notification. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. I need to remember to turn off my notifications, but I always end up freaking forgetting. Do I have a number 10 in here? This one might be a little better. There's a 5. That's a 5. That's a 5. Yeah. Maybe I'll use this on a Finish It Friday or a Zentangle. Just see what it looks like. Actually, it looks kind of cute here. Just as is. I don't know if I want to add any more stuff to it or just leave it as is. Just do a little bit of fur up on here. See if I want to add fur. I'll just do it around the ears on the edges, see what it feels like. If it looks like it's too much, or if I want to because this ear is a little darker anyways because it's supposed to be in the shadow, even though I should have had this come down in front of it. Oh wait, no, that's the fatty part of the rabbit. Now I'm like in a zone. You already just start going and it's like going, I need to talk. Remember to talk. I even had some talking points and everything. It's a little harder to do that when you're actually drawing and stuff because you get going and then there's like silence. You need to make sure you're not just silent all the time. Get some of a... Love living on a corner on a busy road. I'm gonna leave underneath a little bit more sparse. Might just do a little bit of, get her nose, mouth. Might go the other direction a little bit over here because there is a little bit of a swirl. So I want it to kind of highlight the direction that the watercolor is going. Now, will this look good and will I ruin it? Who knows? Probably. But sometimes you get surprised at what looks good and what doesn't afterward, and think that's why you do this stuff, is to learn, even if it looks like crap. You know next time not to do that, and you do something different. Kind of gives her fatter cheeks doing it like this. This thing has some little... looks like eyelash going out here. I'll just do a swirl. Just kind of hints of a design, almost like a tattoo underneath her chin. Then we'll kind of flare it into some more scratchy after. Where these two meet. Maybe have a little tiny design that you don't quite notice. Almost looking like a tribal tattoo, but not quite. See, that's why you gotta stay glued to it, man. And then this one actually has some like different colors, some gold in it. So I might do a little bit of design in it. I don't want it overboard, but yet when you're looking, you're like, oh shit, there's like a little swirl just kind of done in here. Slightly darker where the gold sparkle is. It's like I want to do something here, but I don't want it to be too distracting. So maybe I'll do like a little, looks like a fire flame, just kind of going around her eye. We'll come up here on this side. Make it slightly darker, but you still want it to flow. That way this side can have like a back side of it. Yeah, that looks cool. Don't want to do too much because it is still kind of wet, so I got to do it nice and light. But we have some different sides over here. So we can kind of follow that and then do some fur shapes in it. But make this kind of almost maybe some Zentangle. I forget what they call them, but they're kind of little, looks like rain drops almost coming out from underneath. So it almost looks like, or like really elongated music notes too. We'll put some more little music note looking thingies, or teardrops, or little dingly dingy thingies. And this one, kind of want to just kind of highlight where some of these dark ones are. I don't want it to be overly messy or too many stuff going on, so we'll just kind of highlight where these darker shapes are. Kind of like a upside down tree almost, some of them. Highlight where some of the light is. Just some random furs. Some highlights underneath where the gold in the other one is. I will probably make it a little darker right here to make a shadow. Let's go underneath so you can see. Now I could always come back with some black paint, but since I'm using the highlighter, but I also want to keep some of that gold in there. Just kind of darken it up a little bit. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a swirl. That's what I got so far on her face and her thingies. Just a little bit of scratchy artwork, but yeah. And then down here, start where it's a little less dry. Use the different colors as some light. Thank you. It's fun just kind of exploring different types of things. It's like the bunny itself, just as the color, it was actually really pretty, but I don't know when to stop. Let's get some. I think I'm just going to keep it to those types of shapes and a couple little It almost looks like bark. That's kind of cool. That would be an idea, to try to do a rabbit like this in color and then just kind of make bark color so it looks like a wooden painted type of rabbit. So sometimes you do this and you're like, well, you know what, that's an idea for another project. That's another idea for another project. And I'll kind of continue that since I had a little bit of, don't want something that's just different from everything else and not actually make it kind of look like either a feather or some wood peeling off. Add some shadows underneath it to make some popping. You could either like add some like feathers instead of these type of designs. Which is kind of cool. I'm just kind of going with what the flow of the paint gave me. This almost looks like a wing, like of a butterfly wing. So we'll kind of highlight that. And underneath kind of has the same type of thing. It's like these ones are more kind of open on this side. I want to get some of the shadow. I almost wanted to do something in the background. Maybe I'll just do some plain old black and white background later on. And that way it'll make the rabbit pop. If I do like some flowers or something in the background, but just having it in ink. I'll have to think about that. This thing has a bit of a don't know what I want to do with that. Okay, that just went full on Zentangle. That looks weird. Flowers. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm like, Yeah, some like tulips or just plain old flowers in the background will be good. I feel like since I did this over here, I want to kind of move it into a Zentangle in the background. I'll probably block some of this stuff off first. Maybe do this side right here. Some different designs. Oh, see what type of designs I got in here. And this rough wood. Let's make some darker underneath, kind of make it look like a shadow. I have a tendency to go overboard with like too much. I start going and then I just keep adding too much instead of letting some of the space, because it's like a lot of stuff going on and then it's slightly getting larger and larger. So I want to keep on doing that. So if I'm going to do some Zentangle on it, I want something that's kind of sloppy. This is too smooth. It doesn't quite match. Unless I just kind of add some sloppy lines for the dark part. That might work. And let's see, what can I do that's kind of subtle? I could do the simple. I don't have to do all of it. Do the lines. Kind of having it cross over. And then with these ones, it's very simple to kind of make it look like it's coming out of here. And then you just come back, and anywhere that crosses over, you just kind of thicken the line a little bit. Anywhere there's a straight line, you just kind of thicken it. These are always very pleasing to do, and since this is all one very light color, there's not a lot of texture in with the different watercolors. This is a good option. Now I got a fly in here that's bugging the ever-loving crap out of me. Anywhere you mess up, you can always do a little loop. And another loop. Another little loop, and then your dad making a mess upstairs. Do another little, anywhere there's a connection. just kind of, this is a very simple little pattern to do. You can do it on anything, and anytime you screw up, you just kind of add a little loop-de-loop. So you can kind of outline some of these colors if you want. Freaking bug. My cat is slacking on her job of the bug catcher. So if anybody out there is doing a doodle along or something like that, feel free to put it in a email. I have it in my description as well, and show me your doodle. I'd love to see if you got any doodles done. Mew. Mew. And we got some here. You make sure you do the sound, the shoo. Got to do the whoosh sound whenever you do a little shoo. Got to make that sound. Make that a little darker. That looked like a booby, so let's do a little swoosh. I don't need it. That's one thing about these little Zentangle type of things. You can see all kinds of weird stuff in them. Almost looks like stained glass. That's really cool looking. This bug is fine. Your dog stole your waffle. Well, he was hungry. Man, he was hungry. Must have been a really good waffle. What type of waffle was it? Was it one of those chocolate with chocolate chips? And well, dogs got to eat too. Dude, you're a big fly. Stop flying. I'm gonna kill you. Just a plain waffle. I make my own sourdough waffles a lot. I need to make some more. Actually, I still have some. I just need to go and do them. Let's see. I can always do that. Gonna outline this thing. Funny funny story. I was home alone one day and decided to cook a whole steak by myself. I ended up burning it. It's probably a really good steak too, huh? Or actually, that's what I'm having today is steak because it's my birthday. So I'm having steak for my birthday. We're gonna throwing it out in the smoker. We can have some smoked steak. Thank you. Kind of looks like music notes here. Do another one right in the center. Okay, those look kind of cool. I like those. I might do that on this other side as well. Just kind of cover, go over the side. Get some smaller ones. Simple brackets. Then, oh, I didn't even see that one. I'll do the one on this side. I'll have to do a little tiny one. And just a little bracket on the other side. Alrighty. Do a thick niche over here. And doing some kind of repeating it with inside it. Always looks really cool. And then on the other side, might do kind of a, almost looks like tribal something. It looks really cool. Go the other direction on these ones. I think I'm going to do a little bit thicker in between because it looks kind of bland. That way you'll kind of match the tribal thingy or whatever the heck I got going over there. I will probably have one more over here. dun dun. Got a dun dun. Don't know why I got a dun dun. A little bit thicker over here. It's actually been a pretty good live stream. I've had a lot of communication. I always enjoy that when people talk to me, even just saying hi. It is cool, especially when they're all over the world. So many different people that pop in. So where are you from? Anywhere fun and exciting? I think probably why I like lives. It's a lot more, the videos and stuff are fun. I enjoy doing them and stuff, and you'll get some comments in your comment centers or whatever, outer space. It's got a really nice view out there. Yeah, a very nice view. That would be funny if you were actually a freaking astronaut and you're like literally, I'm watching YouTube from outer space as my dog in space ate my waffle. Yeah, no. See, this is my alien bunny for you, so you feel right at home. You got your alien green fuzzy, I don't know what type of bunny, but Miss BB in techno color. I am probably going overboard on this thing. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. And then you fill it in. My dad be like going, why aren't you doing any work? I was planning to work in the garden today, and now I'm just like really enjoying doing this bunny. I'd only planned to do an hour. I don't know how long I've been on. I had originally planned to do, what the heck did I plan to do? I think I planned to do just something, I don't know. And then it's like, hey, do a bunny, do it in watercolor. I'm like, okay. My last two videos were, my last two lives were just took so long to do. Oh, I speak pig Latin. Does that count? I speak a little bit of Spanish, but not enough, just enough to get myself in trouble, really. A little bit of sign language. I did start learning uh, Italian because I went on a cruise and stuff. Oh, I screwed that one up, Major League. I went on a cruise and I wanted to learn Italian, and well, everybody there spoke English, and so yeah, they just kind of laughed at me like, "Oh, look at this poor American. She's trying to learn a different language." So they humored me. They're like, "You speak really good," and they could just kind of tell. They have that little smile on their face, like. They had that southern look on their face. Bless her heart. I am really. That looks messy. Oh well. I'm already doing it, so it's gonna look messy. The outside looks cool though. I think I'm just gonna do full on solid black on the inside. I think I'm just going to do that black. And I think this bunny is pretty much done. Like I said, later on, maybe I'll do an outline on the back of it. Maybe we'll do a finish it Friday, or just, you know, take it over to Starbucks and chillax and just kind of fill it in. Maybe I'll just do some, have them in a garden, and do some flowers and just in black and white and stuff. But there is the bunny. And she got her all the different types of colors. Thank you everybody for the idea. Beautiful Mars bunny. That's what I'm going to call her. I'm going to call her Mars. For that is her name. Her name is Mars. And by the Pynn Fool Budgeter. Or Painful Life. So, my PF. My upside down F. Upside down and backwards F. Well, thank you everybody for joining me and enjoying my little Mars bunny over here, my little alien bunny. I really enjoyed it. That was actually, that turned out really cute. She's cute. I like her. So I will see you next time, and make sure you go and watch this on the reruns if you want to see, and then draw along and see if you can make your own little alien bunny. You know, you don't have to use watercolors. You can always use pencils. You can use markers. You can do all kinds of stuff. But just go out there, and this is really good for your mind, for relaxing and focusing and stuff. So go out there and share your art. Who cares if it looks like an alien? Who cares if it looks like it's real life? This one actually, some days my animals turn out really cool, and other days they just look like bubbles stuck together and stuff. Because I'm still learning it. So just go out there and have a great day, and have a great, if you're out here in the US, have a great and safe Memorial weekend, and go and barbecue some veggies or meat or any type of thing, and hang out with some friends and family and make memories. I will see you next time. Love you all. Thank you again. Thank you again. And I just smacked myself. You have a wonderful weekend. Thanks. Bye.